Okay, well, Dave, one more question. I think we can all agree that this is not an investor or buyer friendly market. I think we can all agree that it's a very heavy seller's market. So, what advice would you give someone who is trying to buy an investment property right now?
Well, I am actually personally out in the investment market. I looked at a property last Friday, and what we're seeing is we're seeing the properties starting to come on the market. The market is definitely improving for buyers and for investor buyers like myself, but I would say it is still premature. So, speaking just strictly for myself, I am planning to wait until that moratorium we just talked about ends. And I think we're going to start seeing the market return to more normal conditions. A couple projections for that. Number one, we're expecting interest rates to rise slightly, and that is going to clear out some of the buyers. Mortgage review standards have been actually tightened during the pandemic and following the pandemic. And so, with slight increases in interest rate, it'll take many of the smaller buyers out of the market. The better qualified buyers would then have more opportunity. They'd have more units. And you say, well, it sounds counterintuitive. Why do I want to buy if I have to pay a higher interest rate? Because for most investors, the slight change in interest rates is not as much of a factor because the property's rented out, it pays its interest. And so the key element is it a strong renter's market? And the answer is yes. So I think following the basics, don't overpay. A lot of properties are presently overpriced. I'm seeing significant numbers of reductions in the prices of investment properties. Like I said, I'm also seeing an increase, at least in the Houston market, in the number of investment properties. So I think come August, September, and September in particular, as traditionally, even our Houston economy, a lot of people in other parts of the country are used to seasonal real estate markets where the market is hot May through September, so-called school season, and then it cools over the winter months, no pun intended. But here in Houston, we have pretty much a year-round market. However, it still is not quite as good away from the prime summer season. So I think this off season, if you will be a good one for investors, particularly investors who've got substantial down payments. Again, mortgage companies are being pretty tough out there. They've got a lot of business. People are still doing refis, believe it or not. So I think there's an opportunity there, but I wouldn't be rushing into it today.